Hi, I'm Erin, and I've been invited by Audrey and the Northern Colorado Yoga School to close the practice of the 12 Holy Days and offer you my views on Pisces. Pisces is a mutable water sign, is ruled by the moon, and it's been often called the dreamer. And so for this practice then, I'm going to invite you to a very comfortable, dreamy place. To just be comfortable, gather a few props, maybe a couple blankets and pillows. And as I weave this tale of Pisces and love, come into a constructive rest posture. Lie down on your back, let your arms spread out by your sides, or maybe place your hands on your chest, whatever makes the shoulders feel good. Feet on the floor, knees stacked over your ankles. Maybe cover up your feet with a blanket or make sure you have some socks. Your comfort is really important, and setting up your own space that you have a warm, quiet, and safe environment in which to practice with me today. So take a moment to do those things. So as I said, I'm Erin, and I'm from Erie, Pennsylvania. I live on or along the shores of the Great Lake. Water does play a pretty significant role in my life energetically. I am a fire sign, I'm a Leo sun, but I have a Gemini moon and Virgo rising, so I've got that fire, air, earth, the water is just a perfect complement. The word Pisces can be defined as closure. Pisces resides in the 12th house of the zodiac, and that house represents endings, closure, surrender. Pisces rules the imagination and the subconscious mind. But for our purposes today, I'd like to offer just one other aspect of Pisces to you. And that is one of beginnings as well. Because you see, Pisces season occurs just as the winter ends, just as the snow is melting and the flowers begin to bloom. Right at that time, the edge of winter and the beginning of spring. So Pisces ushers out the old season, at the same time it brings in the new. Pisces is known to bring change, and a Pisces child in some cultures has been known to be lucky. So if you're a Pisces. For us though, water represents that change, and navigating through change can offer its unique challenges. A Taurus might be resistant, a Gemini indecisive, a Leo might fight their way through change, but Pisces not so much. In spite of change being hard, Pisces talks about love, about trust, about forgiveness. Pisces invites us to dive in fully. Pisces invites us to heal. So Pisces is these qualities of love and trust and forgiveness. And there are stories about how Pisces came to be that, throughout the ages, myths. So the Greeks tell us of a monster. This monster was the son of Gaia and Tartarus. I don't know much about Tartarus, but their son Typhon was a monster, and he raged all over the land. He was created as the gods' last attempt to repel, defeat, overthrow the Titans. So he was their war machine. But at the same time that rage and war was going on. In the land lived Aphrodite, the goddess of love. She and her son Eros, who you may know as Cupid, right? They lived in the same time, and their world was much different. Their world was quiet, soft, creative. They sang, they painted. They had this connection that was deep and trusting. So these two almost lived in an oblivious place compared to this rage of Typhon. But one day, as they were painting, singing the songs of life, just drenched in the sweetness of living, Aphrodite heard a thumping, thump, 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 thump. It startled her, and she knew that sound to be Typhon approaching. So she grabbed her son, and they fled together. But they were blocked by the river. So there they stood on the river's edge, clinging to each other, fearful, not knowing if Typhon was going to eat them or squash them. So Aphrodite prayed to the water nymphs, asked for help. And there appeared in the water two fish, bound together and moving together as one. And these fish were able to withstand the turbulence and crush of the waters. And so through that vision, Aphrodite believed that these fish were her guides and that this was their way to safety. So she bound herself to her son and flung herself with him into the rage of the river. How frightening might that have been? But she did it. And as it turns out, those fish, her trust, saved them. It saved them. And Zeus saw all of this. He saw Aphrodite climb out of the water, emerging with her son, still bound. He observed them, and at the same time, he heard thump, 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 thump. And he knew the sound to be that of his beating heart. He heard that sound and felt it resonating within him, and he knew it. He knew it was his heart. He was witness to the beauty and goodness of that moment as it arose from the turbulence. And he named the feeling Pisces. And he took those fish from the water and placed them in the northern sky as stars, where they still shine and serve us to this day. So Pisces is love and trust. So from here, as our mythical tale of Pisces closes, I'd like you to shift your posture and come into your most comfortable Savasana pose, whether it's lying on your side, your legs up the wall, or with your bolster, knees underneath covered. Just be comfortable. Feel your body completely supported, warm, and safe. Make all your movements slow and mindful so that you don't increase your heart rate, so that you don't change the rate that you've been breathing as I told you the story. But get comfortable. And as you come into your corpse pose, your Savasana pose, Feel the earth holding you and allowing you to be soft and held. Notice any places in your body where you may be holding tension and allow that to begin to melt away, releasing large muscle groups. And then begin to notice the rise and fall of your breathing. Inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your nose. Smooth, continuous, even breath. Beginning to feel supported by this fluid breath, as well as the intentions that brought you to these 12 holy days. And breathing into the very edges of your being. Feel the safety of the space that you've created around you, and allow your mind's eye and imagination to ignite. And in your mind's eye, see yourself at the water's edge. Your water can be a lake, a river, a brook, or a sea. Just find yourself at the water's edge. Allow your body to move along the water's edge, walking softly. See yourself walking, the feet in the water. Maybe feeling the squishiness of the sand and mud just under the water's surface in between your toes. Noticing if the water feels warm, or noticing if the water feels cool. Notice your feet in the water. Feel the water flowing over your feet. The energy of this water is welcoming and draws you in. It draws you in to its depths as well as into the depths of yourself. Feel it rhythmically drawing you in deeper. Breath flowing, water flowing. And you begin to float. Imagine floating in the water, the soft current supporting you, the movement massaging your body. The water feels safe and soothing, creating a calm within your mind and body. Feel its sense of renewal. In your eyes, notice the light dancing on the surface of the water. And this light is shining light it's shining on what no longer serves you. It's shining a light on what needs to go. Its light is shining on what's holding you back. Feel the waves of water. Feel the waves of your breath, encouraging you to let go even further, to surrender, to float, to be in this watery, dreamlike place of renewal. Release any more tension in your hips. Let go of your lower back, your shoulders. Soften your ribs, your collarbones and face. Wash away resistance, worry, or fear. And in this softness, feel your own beating heart. Hear its song. Hear its song of loving kindness, sinking fully into the flow of these healing waters, sinking fully into the waters of your body, your blood, your tears, saliva, digestive juices, waters of elimination. You're made of water. Be in your water body. And from the depths of your cells, the depths of your water, acknowledge your beating heart once again. And if it feels right to you at this time, allow the ancient indigenous prayer, Ho'opono, Opono. Allow it to rise upward, breaking through the surface of the water. Your voice rising above the sound and surface of the water. And whether it's a whisper or thundered, I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Let these words resonate for a few moments within the waters of your body and mind. And know that the water is taking from you exactly what needs to be washed away, and that you can completely surrender to this flow. Know that you are held. Know that you are the divine connection of this Piscean energy of trust and love and forgiveness. Let the memories that live in the water of your cells connect you to the past. And begin to build the bridge of forgiveness that moves you forward, moves you toward the promise of beginning anew, the springtime of what is to be. Breathing smooth, even, continuous breaths. And allowing your body to begin to settle back to the earth. Return your attention to your feet. Once again, walking in the water to toes in the mud at the bottom. And in your own physical body, go ahead and move one of your feet to the inside of the opposite leg, coming into Supta Vrikshasana, tree pose on the earth. Root back into your body. Breathe smooth, continuous breaths. Now go ahead and switch sides. Make sure you've moved your props. This time, rooting deep into the mud at the bottom of that riverbed with all the intentions that you brought to these 12 holy days. Now go ahead and gather both knees to your chest. Give yourself a squeeze, a big hug. Then roll over to your side, coming into Parsvasavasana, fetal pose, a pose of renewal and rebirth. Pause here, noticing your earth body, so strong and capable. And notice your water body, equally strong, fluid. Notice your heart body, open to receiving love and sharing love. Notice your mind body, open to seeing and believing. And then notice your soul body, the divine connection between you and the stars. And taking your whole body and bringing it up to seated. Let your eyes remain soft with a downward gaze lovingly toward that sacred space that is your heart. And bring your hands to Anjali Mudra. And it is with my big, grateful, abundant Leo heart that I acknowledge and salute you beautiful souls. We close these 12 holy days in a place of loving kindness, in a place of love and abundance. To close our practice, we'll invoke the sacred sound of Om, chanting 3 times. Taking a breath together. And inhaling to begin. Thank you so much, yogis, friends, Northern Colorado Yoga School. I'm Erin. This has been the best of holy days, and I love you.